now Sabatini's already broken her twice.
Illustrious group of winners have won this championship in the past. Graf, of course, is the holder. Sabatini before her. Martina in 88. Graf twice. Zina Garrison won it her big year, 85, beating Chris Evert. Martina Navratilova in 84. Chris Evert 3 times. Martina started it all out in 1980. It was the WTA Championships before it became the Darchanlov.
Well, I'm sitting right along the net, and half of that ball was over, and it just crawled back on Sabatini's side.
Two games all, first set of 15. Bad bounce on that one. Unforced error from Graf. She's made 7 unforced errors now. Sabatini has made 11. And it has not been a well-played match so far. Wide.
It's rare for Sabatini to miss a smash like that. She really is very, very tough on the overheads. And as we've been mentioning, Graf has been so chintzy on her return games. And that number is still true in this match. Sabatini is not held yet, and she's got 2 break points here.
It's long. Another break point. Graf shrugging her shoulders as if to say, what can I do? Bad bounce maybe, Pam? On the serve?
It was a little bit of a bad bounce. Steffi started to look at Mark, but it caught the back edge of the line.
Still break point for Graf, and if she converts, will have been 5 straight serve breaks. The lob is not high enough, and Sabatini has an easy overhead.
Steffi would be a little disgusted with herself because she had plenty of time, and she played a similar shot earlier in this match to break serve. Now it's back to deuce. Someone's looking to get up a hold in this match.
A server hasn't had a game point yet, Pat. They haven't had a hold point.
Is going to be in the net, has another break point, 3rd of this game. Graf is making her work hard too again today.
There was an awful lot of movement required of Sabatini here, and normally she could have scooted that shot over. She's taking a lot of deep breaths. She's still walking off that last rally. She was hoping, she said coming into this match that she hoped the match was going to be decided psychologically and tactically. And hopefully that's true. It won't become a physical question.
And Gabby's taking more than her 25 seconds right here, and it's always interesting to see when an umpire decides to give a warning for a time violation.
So there's another breaker serve, 5 in a row. Steffi Graf will serve, and we come back leading 3-2 in the first set.
Set.
You're looking at Gabriela Sabatini. She's coming back after what the umpire called an attire change. In the meantime, Steffi Graf is just about ready to serve for the set. Let's go down to Pam Shriver. She's with Kathleen Stroyer, who's the WITA trainer.
Kathleen, what is the rule on the shirt change for the players?
Well, the players have, they can change their shirt up into 2 times. They have a change of attire or bathroom break 2 times during the match. Each player can have one. And they have 5 minutes when they go to change their attire.
5 minutes for each change, or a total of 5 minutes for both?
5 minutes for each change.
Okay, now tell us a little bit about Gabby's condition coming into this match, what she did yesterday in order to recover.
Initially, when she came off the court, it was very important to get her into a cool, shaded area, so she came right into the locker room. And then we had her go through a series of stretches. She received a massage, but the most important thing was to hydrate herself. And she did that all evening and today.
Thank you, Pam. 15 love serving for the set.
A lot of the fans aren't used to this new ruling that allows the players to change shirts. So when Tom Cook in the chair said, "Ladies and gentlemen, there'll be a slight delay while Gabriela Sabatini changes attire," they probably thought, wow, auto repairs, you know, it's kind of tense, and here she is willing to go out into some parking lot and fix somebody's car.
Yeah.
But that must have been a tough time for Graf to wait. You know, here she is trying to serve out the first set. 5-4. And 5 minutes is an awful lot of time to give somebody to change their shirt. Of course, she's got to be accompanied off the court. She's got to go find some place to change the thing. And that's a big breakup in a match.
30-15. Long 30 all in this game. Total of 4 times if the players request that opportunity, twice each. It's a 20-minute delay in the match. It's, as you say, it's a lot of time. Interesting. We speculated yesterday about why the WTA had not allowed that little changing box that we looked at the Lipton 2 years ago.
Anyway, 2 points from the set.
Pretty old. Came to the conclusion that it was just a little cumbersome, and you'd have to have somebody out there to erect the thing every time. This is break point for Sabatini at 4-5 in the first set.
And there's the play. It's worked twice this game on huge situations. The approach deep to the backhand corner. Graf's failed to come up with a reply.
Down the line for the winner. So that net cord, which could have hurt her, actually ended up helping her because Graf was out of position when she got to the net.
And really, Sabatini had all kinds of time. There have been a couple of important points in this match where Graf should have done more with the ball. And instead, she allowed Sabatini to come up with a shot.
5 games, all first set.
Graf shaking her head, and this is going to be a real battle for her now, is to stay positive. I'm also wondering how much it's upsetting her about the delay as she was about to serve for the first set. I think there should be a rule saying that you can't change a shirt until it's either your serve or the set's over, or do it on the court.
I guess you want to reevaluate that rule, don't you?
Topspin lob, clean winner. 15-all. Steffi Graf lost her #1 ranking to Monica Seles March the 11th of this year. She had been the #1 ranked player for 186 consecutive weeks, more than any other player, men or women.
Steffi Graf likes to come to this place.
30-15.
She's played here an awful lot. She's had a lot of success here. But twice she's been foiled by Sabatini at the Bausch & Lomb. And again, those long points favor this woman, not Graf. So if she is physically fit enough, she should win this match, as she's won the last 4 against her.
It's just so obvious looking at the two because as we see the graphic here on Steffi's success here at this tournament, but Steffi Graf does not take advantage at all of her big, powerful shot. She hardly comes in net. On the other hand, Sabatini, she knows how to play an all-court game. Percentage tennis.
This is game point for Sabatini. Graf beat Claudia Cota Kilsch. Excuse me. Game point here for Sabatini. Great play. Graf beat Cota Kilsch in '86. She also won it in '87 over Hannah Mandlikova, and she won it last year over Sanchez Vicario.
Again, a lot of hard work from Sabatini to stay alive in this point, but of course, Graf's got a lot of open court to hit into. Still, Sabatini, she's still taking her time after this long point. The winning forehand from Graf ended almost a half a minute ago. Sabatini is still taking her time.
Still game point.
That's a very clever play from Graf. She didn't try to belt her backhand. She didn't try to send it down the line, which she tends to do a lot. She made Sabatini play a tough little pickup volley.
And that's one of Sabatini's favorite shots, Mary.
Yeah, but she just wasn't ready for it at all, was she?
No.
She expected something else.
Yeah, but Sabatini, in the reverse situation, Sabatini loves to play that little chip back cross court when she's not confident with a blast.
Deuce. 2 game points squandered by Sabatini. Might be being a little tough on Gabriela because Graf played both points well, of course. This is game point again for Sabatini to go up for the first time in the match. She has not led yet. 59 minutes old. Topspin lob is not high enough. And Sabatini leads for the first time, 6-5. Graf will serve and we come back. For that, stay tuned. After the tennis is over, baseball at 8 o'clock tonight. This is Sabatini taking on Steffi Graf. Sabatini leading for the first time, 6-5. She served first in the match, lost her first 3 service games. But we're now back on serve. This is Graf serving to try to get into a tiebreaker in the first set.
It's just such a remarkably tough passing shot from Sabatini. She whips it cross court with such fine angle and topspin. Virtually impossible to cover.
It is virtually impossible. In fact, you've got to think long and hard before coming in. You've got to come in behind something very, very solid against Sabatini. Oh, very nice. Drop volley for the winner, 15-30 in this game.
And again, continued attack to the Graf backhand. Now, Graf knows Sabatini is going to do this. And she just pops up a very high slice backhand that Sabatini will cover. Last year, Sabatini wasn't covering it from the net. They were still engaged in long rallies, but not this year. And that's Graf's biggest dilemma.
No, it's out.
She hasn't lobbed very effectively either, Steffi. She's gotten over a couple of good ones, but more often than not, she's missed her mark there. So now she's facing a couple of set points.
And this whole situation is just driving Steffi Graf crazy because she led in this set, served for the first set.
Thank you.
Failed to capitalize a couple of big games.
Yeah, she had chances for 5-2. She was serving at 5-4.
Set point. Great approach shot, and the lob is long. She won the first point in that game, but that's it. And Gabriela Sabatini leads this best-of-3 set match by 1-0.
Got to give all due credit to Gabriela Sabatini. She was facing break point when she was down 4-2 in that first set. And according to our good doctor, Leo Levin, she won 12 of 15 points on serve, held 3 straight times, and as we just saw, effectively broke again.
What a well-played game that was after the first point by Sabatini. Peter Graf watching, Pavel Slozl watching, and there, of course, is the clan. So Sabatini, Osvaldo, father.
Now, fascinating to see what the mind and the heart of Steffi Graf is early in the second set. Remember, after she lost a close second set at Lipton, she had no heart at all in the third set. Lost it 6-1. She ought to take a 5-minute shirt change timeout after this game, I would suggest.
First game, second set. Remind you that the last 4 times they've played, Sabatini has won. Sabatini has not lost a match this year after winning the first set. She's only lost 2 matches all year anyway. To Celis and Sanchez Florio.
Nobody has beaten Graf so many times in a row for years. Chris Evert had a 6-match win streak, straight matches against her. From the 85 Lipton to the 86 Lipton, she beat her 6 times. Martina, the first 3 times she played, Steffi beat her 3 times in a row. 85 U.S. Open, Maybelline, and 86 U.S. Open. But I mean, that's why it's remarkable that somebody has been able to dominate as Sabatini has in their last couple of meetings. On 3 different surfaces, too. Makes it even more impressive. Graf's in trouble.
Sabatini, 1 game to love and 1 set to love.
You were just lucky today. Hey, I've been working on it. You know how I hate to lose. You know what else? I hate losing my hair. Me too. That's why I did something about it. I called up John. They sent me a brochure. I went to see my doctor. It was definitely a smart move. Now I feel great. I think I still have it. Upjohn even sent me $10 after I saw my doctor. Here it is.
Only your doctor has hair loss treatment programs proven to work. To receive your $10 certificate.
Ahead in this match, we join this final match between Steffi Graf and Gabriela Sabatini later in the second set. Gabriela Sabatini is ahead of the World Championship point standings, now over Monica Seles, Jana Novotná. This was, of course, going into this tournament. Steffi Graf is number 4. And the rankings, Sabatini has overtaken Navratilova at number 3.
That will change next week, and again, the Kraft leaderboard tells you pretty much about what the year's been like, how dominating Gabriela Sabatini has been. Because that's from the start of January, whereas the ranking goes 52 weeks a year basis. Oh boy, chummed it right into the net. Must have caught that at the top of her frame, Graf. You can see she was in pretty tight to the net, and it was kind of far behind her. She just couldn't reach up and knock it away. Oh.
15 all.
Sabatini started out at the Australian Open. She lost there to Sanchez Vicario, but then she won the Pan Pacific. She beat Steffi Graf in the final of the Virginia Slims of Florida. She lost in the final of the Lipton, but she won the Family Circle Cup last week.
So, second time she's served for a set in this match, Steffi Graf, and now she finds herself down in this service game, but she has 2 breaks this time.
15:42 break points for Sabatini. She's got to be wishing that she'd held on to one of these serve games here, in which case they'd be back on serve in the second set if she can convert one of these next 2 points. Graf is serving partly in the shade and partly in the sun at this point.
Oh. 30, 40.
Still break point. She got it on the line on the return of serve. Graf knows it. She's walking back into the shade for a little break and to towel off. So is Sabatini. Not into the shade, but to towel off. And she'll serve now at 5-3. Argentinian flag.